Cathy, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. This is wild.
Is the 2025 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
What happened to Caitlin Clark last year is one of the wildest stories in the history of sports.
Caitlin Clark had to get her Rookie of the Year over the goddamn phone. Over the phone.
You can't help but think back to how Caitlin Clark found out that she was Rookie of the Year.
Paige Bueckers is your WNBA Rookie of the Year. Let's go, Paige. You see the bucket? Got the bucket. We can flip it. Still Dallas. Let's go, Paige.
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Paige Bueckers.
2 minutes ago, Paige Bueckers was named Rookie of the Year on live TV, but fans say Cathy Engelbert has once again humiliated Caitlin Clark. The backlash is only growing louder.
So you did all of this for the Rookie of the Year this year, but you don't bother to show your face last year to give the Rookie of the Year to Caitlin. You don't even bother to call her, but you called her coach.
Sonia had a strong rookie campaign, but Paige was operating on another level. The voting reflected that Paige dominated, while Sonia managed just 2 votes. For some fans, though, even those stray votes became fuel to argue against Paige, much like the debates that once surrounded Caitlin Clark.
You deal with stuff like this all the time when it comes to Sonia. We've seen the same thing with Kiki at the beginning of the year when she was getting double-doubles. She was a weapon to use against Angel. And so Sonia was amazing, man.
On paper, Paige's resume was undeniable. 19.2 points, 5.4 assists, and 3.9 rebounds per game, confirmed by a national panel of sports writers. Yet controversy still lingers because Caitlin Clark's rookie season produced even gaudier numbers without anywhere near the same recognition.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I appreciate all of the support. A starter in all 36 of her appearances. Bueckers averaged in 19.2 points, 5.4 assists, 3.9 rebounds, and 1.6 steals in 33 minutes on 47% from the field. She led all rookies in total points per game, total assists per game. Bueckers also ranked second among rookies in steals per game and free throw percentage, and 4th in field goal percentage. Did you guys think Paige Bueckers should have won Rookie of the Year? If yes, let me know why. If not, let me know why Sonia Citrone deserved it.
That's where Commissioner Cathy Engelbert enters the spotlight. Many fans now argue she has surpassed Adam Silver as the worst commissioner in pro sports. They point out how Clark's rookie year was essentially brushed aside, while Paige's was turned into a full-blown media spectacle.
That leads us to this. Cathy Engelbert, who I believe has now successfully overtaken Adam Silver. I didn't think this was possible. She has successfully overtaken Adam Silver as the worst commissioner in all of professional sports.
The difference in treatment is striking. Paige's 44-point eruption against the Aces, the first 40-plus game by a rookie in WNBA history, was instantly branded the centerpiece of her Rookie of the Year campaign. When Caitlin hit her own milestones, the league barely amplified them.
And with a 44-point game against the Aces in August, became the first rookie in league history to notch a 40-plus point game. Yes, that was crazy. Needless to say, Bueckers' Rookie of the Year honor and the way she received the trophy were incredibly well-deserved. Again, I'm so proud of Paige Bueckers. Again,
even the award moments told 2 very different stories. Caitlin received a short, perfunctory phone call from Engelbert, polite but distant. Paige, on the other hand, got a live TV crowning with full league promotion. Nike followed suit. Paige's face appeared on a Rookie of the Year shirt, while Caitlin's version was a plain, forgettable tee.
You were able to show up for Paige Bueckers and personally hand that trophy. But when it came to Caitlin Clark, you couldn't do the same, fam? That's tough.
For many fans, the message is clear. Clark was minimized, Paige was elevated, and the frustration over Engelbert's handling of the league's biggest star hasn't gone away, it's only growing louder.
Other difference that's been pointed out before I get to what I think is going on here was in the Rookie of the Year shirt. You know, Nike had this plain shirt. Paige's face isn't, on there. Her, she's on the front of the shirt. All these things.
Caitlin Clark's supporters argue the league owes her far more respect. They say Cathy Engelbert humiliated her by denying the same recognition later given to Paige Bueckers. And the double standard has left a bitter mark across the WNBA community.
Other difference that's been pointed out before I get to what I think is going on here was in the Rookie of the Year shirt. Nike had this plain shirt. Paige's face isn't, on there. Her, she's on the front of the shirt. All these things.
When Clark earned Rookie of the Year, the moment wasn't celebrated on national TV or in front of a crowd. Instead, Engelbert phoned her during practice, with the trophy mailed afterward. For a player who transformed the league, such a subdued acknowledgement felt insulting.
So, hi, Coach Sides. This is WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
All right. I know you guys are in Connecticut. Well, but good luck in tomorrow's playoff game. And is Caitlin Clark in the room?
She sure is.
Yeah. Caitlin, it feels like just yesterday when I called your name to the stage as the number 1 pick in this year's draft. You held the Indiana Fever jersey for the first time. And what a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances. And I know all of you had hard work and dedication, and it's paid off with your playoffs, etc. And I know the best is yet to come. So, congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
The contrast became glaring this year. Clark had to accept her award over a phone call, while Paige Bueckers was handed a trophy in a full presentation on The Jennifer Hudson Show. Engelbert didn't even appear in person for Clark, yet flew out to be part of Paige's moment.
Caitlin Clark had to get her Rookie of the Year over the goddamn phone. Over the phone. You showing up to shows, you hitting the Dougie with her, you doing all types of stuff. Got the award there all nice and shiny. All of that. You didn't even show up to hand Caitlin Clark her award. Bro, you sent Caitlin Clark her award through the goddamn FedEx, through the mail or something.
Even Nike's handling fed the perception of bias. Clark's Rookie of the Year merch was a bare-bones design, little more than text slapped on a shirt. Bueckers, by comparison, received a polished marketing rollout with her face front and center. Fans saw it as further proof that Clark's groundbreaking season was downplayed.
The Nike graphic designer, but at least they're trying. At least they're trying to push something with Paige. At least they're putting in some effort. At least they're trying to make it a Paige Bueckers. They just put text on a screen. 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. It's like they didn't think she was going to win Rookie of the Year. Like, it's literally like that. Like, I could make that Nike t-shirt.
The numbers only deepened the frustration. With Clark, Indiana Fever games averaged over 1.4 million viewers on ESPN. Without her, most league games struggled to clear 600,000. Yet when the time came to celebrate her award, the spotlight was dimmed and later redirected toward Bueckers.
The Indiana Felines played 7 more games on Ion without Caitlin Clark, 954,000. The rest of the WNBA averaged 505,000. On CBS, the Indiana Felines averaged 1.8 million. Rest of the dump, 833,000. ABC, Felines averaged over 2 million. Rest of the league, just over 1 million. ESPN, Felines averaged 1.4 million. Rest of the dump, 643,000. But there is a caveat to some of these numbers.
Caitlin Clark was double and triple teamed, fouled hard, and still put up record-breaking performances. Yet while Paige Bueckers was praised and pampered, Clark was met with disrespect from referees, opponents, and even the league itself in how it presented her Rookie of the Year award. The difference in treatment was impossible to miss.
The red carpet treatment, while Caitlin had full court press, got double and triple team as well as beat the hell out of, completely disrespected by the league, refs, and players, now you. By continuing to report as if the emperor is indeed wearing clothes, you, sir, are complicit in the mishandling and the best thing that happened in sports in decades. Sad. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon unlike anything I've ever seen. And I've tried to cover it as honestly and thoughtfully as I possibly can.
When Paige won, Cathy Engelbert stood proudly beside her, smiling for the cameras during a polished on-stage celebration. When Clark won, Engelbert wasn't even in the room. Fans saw it as nothing less than a humiliation of the very player who had carried the league to new heights.
You know, they got rid of Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, and a bunch of other people. Was going up out of there, bro. Now, for whatever reason, they have had, they made it their business to keep a low profile. You know, Fox, they haven't really been saying nothing.
Clark delivered sellouts, record TV ratings, and millions of new fans. But when it was time to honor her, the WNBA gave her a phone call instead of a spotlight. A year later, Paige was handed the star treatment, and fans say that double standard proves just how badly the league mishandled its biggest star.
She won games in the fourth quarter if they're disappearing. It's like, well, yeah, I would rather a player show up in the fourth quarter than disappear in the fourth quarter. But the Mystics didn't even get close to making the playoffs. I don't even think the Mystics won a game after this. I think this might have been after the Mystics beat the Fever. I don't actually think the Mystics won a game after I tweeted this. So I've gotten about 5 or 6 quote tweets from Paige Bueckers fans victory lapping right now. And look, fair enough. Take your wins.
The WNBA has announced Paige Bueckers as the 2025 Rookie of the Year. She posted an outstanding rookie stat line, 19 points, 5 assists, and nearly 4 rebounds per game. Her numbers were right alongside Caitlin Clark's rookie averages, with Clark holding the edge in assists.
So here it is. The WNBA announced Paige Bueckers as the 2025 Rookie of the Year. She averaged 19, 5, and almost 4. That is an insane stat line for Paige. I would love to line it up with other Rookie of the Years and see how she lines up with other guards that are rookies.
Bueckers claimed the award with 70 votes, while Sonia Citron picked up just 2. But just like Clark last year, Paige wasn't a unanimous choice. Many in the media noted the precedent. If Clark couldn't win unanimously, then Paige wouldn't either.
And a lot of people were saying, hey, if Caitlin Clark's not unanimous last year, there's no way that Paige Bueckers should be unanimous this year. And it seems as if some people in the media felt the exact same way. A national panel of 72 sports writers and broadcasters selected the winner of the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year. The complete voting results: Paige Bueckers gets 70 votes and Sonia Citron with 2 votes. Citron received more votes this year than Angel Reese did last year.
The real controversy, though, lies in the presentation. Paige received a full-scale celebration for her award, while Caitlin Clark, whose rookie season was even stronger, statistically got little more than a phone call and a mailed trophy. For fans, the glaring difference in treatment tells the bigger story.
The story is the difference in how the WNBA has decided to deliver this news and present this versus the fact that I don't remember them doing much of anything for Caitlin Clark, who had a better rookie year. Not only that, but am I going nuts? Am I going crazy?
On the Jennifer Hudson show, Cathy Engelbert personally surprised Paige Bueckers at the end of the Spirit Tunnel, handing her the Rookie of the Year trophy in front of a cheering crowd. It was polished, sweet, and celebratory.
Ahead of an appearance on the Jennifer Hudson show, Bueckers took the program's famous walk through the Spirit Tunnel, and as she made it halfway through, was stopped by WNBA's commissioner, Cathy Engelbert. That is so cute, guys. We have like a little Soul Train award or like a little dance tunnel on Jennifer Hudson's show. She has celebrities walk down it and they just like, clap and sing and dance. And of course, at the end,
Caitlin Clark's experience was far different. During the playoffs, Engelbert simply called her to deliver the news. Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Rookie of the Year. No stage, no cameras, no spotlight, just a quick phone call and a trophy sent later.
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
The contrast was glaring. Paige got music, applause, and Engelbert standing beside her, while Clark, the player who carried the league to record-breaking ratings and attendance, was reduced to a quiet announcement.
You just saw how it happened with Paige. With Caitlin, it was a phone call.
And I know the best is yet to come. So, congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
We are here on set with the Jennifer Hudson show.
Fans immediately noticed the contrast. Paige Bueckers was celebrated on stage with a full presentation, while Caitlin Clark, the player credited with saving the league's popularity, was reduced to a simple phone call. For many, it felt like blatant disrespect.
That the league wants Paige Bueckers to be the face of the league. Why? I don't know. I'm not willing to make any speculations, but I think she's UConn. it's the status quo. I think it's the status quo. And I don't think it's due to any I don't think it's deeper than that. I don't think that it's
Bueckers is officially the 2025 WNBA Rookie of the Year, earning 70 of 72 media votes, with Sonia Citron picking up just 2. The result wasn't surprising, but what truly stood out was the way the league presented the award. Paige received a spotlight moment. Caitlin never did.
Paige Bueckers is the 2025 WNBA Rookie of the Year. There were some people who believed that would go to Sonia Citron. In fact, Citron did get 2 votes. 72 sports reporters, media members voted, and Paige received 70, Sonia Citron 2. Now, I knew that Paige Bueckers was going to be Rookie of the Year. And I don't mean in the last week or so. I mean, I knew before she even played a game.
Cathy, you've got some explaining to do. After everything Caitlin Clark has done to lift this league, rolling out the red carpet for Paige Bueckers while downplaying Clark's moment feels out of pocket. Fans are calling it what it is, blatant humiliation.
Cathy, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. This is wild. After all she's done for you, after all she's done for this league, you disrespect Caitlin Clark in that manner? You use Paige Bueckers to diss Caitlin Clark publicly? That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket.
It's clear Clark was never fully embraced, even as the face of women's basketball. Many organizations didn't believe she'd win Rookie of the Year, and when she did, they looked unprepared, almost reluctant to celebrate her. That's why her recognition was reduced to a phone call, while Paige received the grand stage treatment.
But this isn't okay. Last year, the idea of not giving Caitlin too much time is insane, highly disappointing. Is not a knock on Paige. And by the way, again, this is awful. It's pretty clear that Caitlin has been short about every organization has come into contact since she left Iowa, WNBA, Nike, the Olympics, even the Fever to some degree, even though they largely cleaned up their act.
Behind the numbers, the WNBA knows exactly why ratings have shattered records. Caitlin Clark. With her, viewership soars. Without her, it collapses. Yet when Paige Bueckers won Rookie of the Year, the league put her under a bright spotlight, while Clark's historic impact the year before was quietly brushed aside. That kind of double standard is what fans call pure humiliation.
The average CBA is around 5 years. These are questions that the league is thinking about and players care nothing about. WNBA players, they just want their money and they want it now. So, what are the numbers without Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark played 1 game on ION this season. 1.3 million viewers. The Indiana Felines played 7 more games on ION without Caitlin Clark, 954,000. The rest of the WNBA averaged 505,000.
What happened to Clark last year is still one of the wildest stories in sports. Instead of celebrating the league's biggest star, the WNBA treated her with resentment. She wasn't given proper recognition or even protection on the court, while Paige was elevated and celebrated like royalty.
What happened to Caitlin Clark last year is one of the wildest stories in the history of sports. That she wasn't just fully embraced, that there was a level of resentment, that somebody was campaigning for the whole league to be on the cover, that her last name became And Angel Reese, that she wasn't on the Olympic team in an all-time facepalm moment.
Fans couldn't believe the difference. Paige got the red carpet when she scored big and was crowned Rookie of the Year. Clark, despite making history and carrying the league into record-breaking territory, got little more than a phone call.
She's hosted First Take for 10 years and elevated the show with her grace, her expertise, an incomparable kindness. She's been an enormous part of our success for a decade. Not only did she keep me and many others in line, she did it with dignity and class and kindness, to say the least. We'll miss her and wish her every blessing.
Caitlin Clark delivered sellouts, millions of new viewers, and national buzz the WNBA had never seen. Yet when it was her turn to be honored, Cathy Engelbert reduced the moment to a quiet call. 1 year later, Paige Bueckers got the full celebration, and that contrast says everything.
Like, yeah, since you left UConn, you haven't had a lot of things to actually celebrate. Like, it's been a despite the loss crew for the entire year. Like, it took her until the last game of the season and Alyssa Thomas sitting for the whole second half to overtake Caitlin Clark in wins. Caitlin Clark played 13 games. She played 13 games.
Fans couldn't understand why Paige Bueckers wasn't a unanimous Rookie of the Year. The truth is simple. Caitlin Clark had already set the standard. If her record-breaking season didn't earn a unanimous vote, then Paige's couldn't either.
It's just so funny, stuff like Paige FC is in shambles. Why would people be upset? Why would her fans be upset that they won, that she won? It's so funny. But Paige absolutely deserved this award. In my personal opinion, I understand the thinking behind some people voting for Sonya, but
the Fever's playoff games revealed another problem: attendance. Even with Clark's star power, tickets plunged to as low as $12, a glaring sign that the organization failed to capitalize on her impact while choosing to spotlight Paige instead.
3 of these will get you in to Gainsbridge Fieldhouse tonight. This organization has lost a lot of credibility with the fan base. This organization has lost a lot of good faith with the fan base. And how do you voice your displeasure with the team, with how an organization's running things, with franchise? You voice it with your wallet. They might report a sellout, but there will be some empty seats in that building. 1,000, 2,000.
The biggest insult came last year. Cathy Engelbert didn't even show up for Clark's Rookie of the Year honor. She just phoned the coach and mailed the trophy. Meanwhile, Paige was celebrated on national television with Engelbert right by her side. The difference couldn't be more obvious.
So you did all of this for the Rookie of the Year this year, but you don't bother to show your face last year to give the Rookie of the Year to Caitlin. You don't even bother to call her, but you called her coach. What kind of hateful organization are you managing? The disrespect is ridiculous.
Paige Bueckers has openly said she thrives under strong leadership, and with Cathy Engelbert backing her publicly, she received the kind of support Caitlin Clark never did. That difference has only deepened the anger among Clark's fans.
But when you're getting coached by the likes of someone like Chris Koklanis, after you used to be coached by someone like Gino Ariema, it's like her spirit just seems to be so broken. It's like she was just so frustrated. You can tell like she's frustrated being at the Dallas Wings team. Again, I hope season 2 next year for her sophomore season.
For Paige, Engelbert was there in person, smiling as the crowd chanted, Rookie of the Year. For Caitlin, it ended with a short phone call and a flat congratulations. To many, that felt like outright humiliation for the league's biggest star.
You're joining the cheering, right? I mean, they're just making it absolutely obvious at this point that, you know, the league accepts Paige a little bit more than Caitlin Clark. A lot more, actually. If y'all did not pay attention to that, and I know the majority of you did,
Clark's supporters still carry that frustration. They had hoped this season would bring some redemption, but instead they watched Paige receive the grand award ceremony that Clark was denied. The contrast continues to fuel resentment toward Engelbert in the league's leadership.
It sucks what happened this season with Caitlin Clark and her injury. And I think there's a lot of unrest and uneasiness within people because there wasn't that redemption. There wasn't that MVP season. All the wrongs from last year were not righted.
After Paige's televised moment, online debates erupted. Clark's fans called it another blatant example of Engelbert showing favoritism toward Paige while sidelining Caitlin, despite everything Clark has done to elevate the WNBA.
And probably a Sonya Citron one ready as well. All this weird conspiracy fanfics is weird because let's be real, when the Premier League happens, it's not like they don't have trophy. They can have sometimes, if it's down to the last day, the trophy in 2 different stadiums. Or a replica, or a trophy in one stadium and a replica trophy in the other, so they can do their whole celebration, they can give them the actual trophy. Like, it is what it is. Like, if they want to do something performative, they can. It's easy to do when it can be done on the day when you're as big as being bankrolled by the NBA.
Let's be honest, Paige probably deserved every first place vote. But because Caitlin Clark wasn't unanimous last year, Paige couldn't be either. The precedent was already set. Now fans are voting with their feet. Attendance is slipping, and many believe that if the league had been transparent and fair from the start, Clark would still have their full support. The biggest sting remains Engelbert's treatment of Clark. When Caitlin won Rookie of the Year, Engelbert didn't even show up, just a quick phone call. a trophy mailed later. For Paige, Engelbert was front and center, clapping, smiling, even joining the chants.
Why would people be upset? Why would her fans be upset that they won, that she won? It's so funny. But Paige absolutely deserved this award. In my personal opinion,
they might report a sellout, but there will be some empty seats in that building. 1,000, 2,000.
You don't even bother to call her, but you called her coach. What kind of hateful organization are you managing? The disrespect is ridiculous.
You're joining the cheering, right? I mean, they're just making it absolutely obvious at this point that, the league accepts Paige a little bit more than Caitlin Clark. A lot more, actually. If y'all did not pay attention to that, and I know the majority of you did.
All the wrongs from last year still haven't been fixed. Caitlin Clark's fans are frustrated, watching Paige Bueckers get the celebration that Clark never received. The double standard is clear as day. What do you think was Caitlin Clark humiliated by Cathy Engelbert? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more updates.